ready for yet another training camp? You get excited?
I am. I always look forward to this time of the year. We've worked hard, all our people, to get ready. There's so many aspects to it. I think we have some good players. We're still trying to tie up a couple ends. I don't mean players, I mean ends to the problem. But we'll see how it goes.
Mike, there are 5 teams this year that are actually going to a training camp, like the Steelers go to St. Vincent and Latrobe. The Bengals are staying here. Is there an advantage to go to a camp to bond than stay here?
Andy, try me again on that. We're doing what?
The 5 teams are going to training camps this year. The Steelers go to Latrobe, St. Vincent College.
Yeah.
The Bengals are staying here. Is there an advantage to go to training camp to bond?
I think that it was something the old-time people, the old-time Bengals people, looked back to with fondness. They went to training camp, they lived together, they got to know each other, and it was a fun experience in retrospect. At the time, they were no different than today. They would probably be complaining as you started into things. But they made real friends, lifetime friends, and they love to talk about it when they come around in later years. But I think the way we do it works well. It's effective. We're located here in the stadium. Our practice field is right across the street. Everything we have from the tapes that we use to films or that we use, whatever, it's all here and in place. We don't have to transport it. When you transport machines, there's always a little breakage, it seems. And we're just set up and ready to go right here. I think it works.
Sorry. Looking at the team, how pleased were you to have been able to bring back Jamar Chase and T. Higgins for the long term this offseason?
Well, we brought them back. That's a good thing. They're good players. And I think we have a pass offense that is one of the best in the league. They're a big part of it. Joe, the two of them, Yosivas, and our tight ends. It's a good group. But it was challenging to get those two guys signed up. We have a cap system, which means we have a limited amount that we can pay. There's a cap on what we can pay in totality. So when you start giving big pieces to players, that means there's less to give other players. It is difficult to make them understand that because they all think they're the one that ought to get it. And I understand why they feel that way. But it puts a certain pressure on us to fit it all in. And we're still trying to do that. I hope we can get it done. It isn't as though we aren't offering some of these guys a pretty handsome amount of money. But they want to get paid in accordance with what others got. And meanwhile, we're sitting here being forced to think about paying them based on what we've already paid out to our guys. Those two approaches can conflict. They don't always match up. And then we have to work to try to smooth it out and get it put together.
Mike, let me follow up. I'm sorry. Let me follow up on that with the pressure thing. I've read media reports saying that Joe Burrow put pressure on you to sign those two receivers. Is there any truth to that?
Oh, listen, I think the world of Joe Burrow, and he has his opinions. He's interviewed from time to time, and he says what he says. I read it with interest when he does. But did that put pressure on us? We understand what we're about. and where we can go and why it works that way. We wanted to get them signed too, and I wouldn't say that that was the critical factor, but we're always interested in what Joe has to say.
When we talked with Duke a little bit ago, he told us why he believes we have a championship caliber team here in Cincinnati. So I would love to hear in your words why you believe we have a championship caliber team here.
I'm going to need some help. Interpret for me.
About a championship caliber team here in Cincinnati.
Oh, well, going into the start of the season, every team thinks it's in the hunt. We feel that way. We think our guys have proven that they can play with anybody, that we can beat anybody. There are other teams that have done a lot too in the last 2 years, more than we have done. So we have to prove we can be a little bit better than we were last year. Somehow we have to win a few more games. Do I think we can do that? I do. Does that mean we should get into the playoffs? What I think doesn't really impact whether we're going to get into the playoffs. But in my heart, I'm hopeful. But I know it's always a difficult road. It's not easy in this league. We play a lot of good football teams.
You came to a deal with the county a few weeks ago, keeping the Bengals here in Cincinnati for at least another 10 years. What does it mean to be able to stay here in the city and be secure here?
Oh, it means a lot. We're an organization that started here. We've been involved with 2 stadiums now. It's always an issue when you have a governmental entity that is involved with the stadiums and you're dealing with them. They have certain pressures, you have certain pressures, but in the end, we are actually partners. We come together and then we try to make it work for the city, for the county, for the team, for the public, all these different interests. I would say one thing about where we stand on the negotiations with the county. Those are not concluded. They're still being discussed. We have until the end of the month to get a lease signed off. I think we're going to get there, but we haven't gotten there yet. They're trying, we're trying. It has been a long negotiation, and I hope we can put it to bed and put all that behind us and just focus on the real business, not what is something that might interest the public, but we want to focus on the football team, not on carpets or chairs or drainage or whatever else is involved in a stadium.
Dave Lapham and Lamar Parrish being inducted into the Ring of Honor this year. Just why are those two deserving to be inducted this season?
Oh, they were good players. They were players that I think made an impression on our season ticket holders. The season ticket holders are the ones that you ought to be talking to, not me. They're the ones that get to vote on that. But Lamar Parrish was extremely quick. We've never had a quicker cornerback. He came closer to being a shutdown, so-called, cornerback than anyone we've ever had. He was a great returner, and I think to this day holds the record for longest average punt return for a season. Dave Lapham was a steady Eddie of the highest sort. He could play every position on the line of scrimmage. He had the body for it. He had the intelligence for it. He was an exceptional player, and he's been part of the Bengals even after he played. He's been our color announcer for our games, plus he's been involved in other announcing areas, and he does an excellent job there. Our fans remember him because he's carried on all these years, and I have a lot of fond memories about both of them. I remember a story Dave used to tell when he was in his first year as a player and my father was in his last year as a coach. They were looking at the film. It wasn't tape back then, it was film of a preseason game. And Dave was playing and he got run over by a defensive tackle. And he felt a hand on his shoulder. And that was my father, who said softly behind him, "That looks like a cat being run over by a truck. That won't do." I could just picture how he would have felt the electric jolt. You know, he had his career on the line at that moment. But there are a lot of memories with both of them. And I'm glad that they're being honored in this way. They deserve it.
I have a silly question.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a silly question. Can you tell me the story behind serving mock turtle soup here every year?
The
Serving mock turtle soup every year.
oh, well, the mock turtle thing seems to have suddenly become an issue. It is innocent enough at the Queen City Club, where this event was held for many years. It's where it was originated. We had lunch there and they served mock turtle soup. It was pretty good. So we came down here and we tried to emulate it. I don't know that we ever quite got to the original standard, but I still like it. And so we have it. And I'm not unhappy about that. I sort of look forward to it.
Where do you guys get it from?
Where'd you get, where it originally came from?
Or no, where does it come from?
Oh, where's it come from?
Oh, a can.
Okay.
We don't go out and catch the turtles anymore. Okay. Thank you, guys.